Hello, everyone. Will Casterlow here, CEO and founder of Triad Cyber Solutions. Hey, I told you, I warned you, and I told you today's going to be a great one. We got a great series today. Here's our part 2 series of our Lunch and Learn, talking about how to future-proofing your IT and cybersecurity budget for 2025. It's very, very imperative that you do that and you get something going today. If you have a board meeting or a meeting coming up with the group, please make sure if you don't know how much to budget for your IT services and your cybersecurity services, feel free. Please reach out to us, okay? You need to make sure you are doing this. This is very imperative because you thought you saw what was going on in 2024. Wait till you see 2025. It's going to hit you so hard, you're not even going to be ready for it. So you want to make sure you are prepared before the end of 2024. Well, let's go ahead and get right on into this thing today. And again, I value and thank you all for joining us here this afternoon for our quick little series about future-proofing your IT and cybersecurity budget, okay? Here, I want to talk about doing a little recap from last week. Last week, I was talking about why cybersecurity and IT budgeting was essential. Again, when you're looking at that piece, you want to make sure you don't get caught by the wayside. You don't want to make sure that you have everything in line and you're not forgetting anything. Again, sometimes we look at it and say, well, you know what? We have an IT person on staff, or we consult with an IT company, but we want to make sure that we have budgeted plenty of money to go into 2025 because as you can see, there are a lot of unforeseen things that go on in the IT world. There's so many businesses being hacked. I mean, it's not even funny. I mean, I want to tell you a quick little story. A quick little story is even today, like today we were just talking about, I just posted a story about MoneyGram. MoneyGram, I use MoneyGram, but MoneyGram announced they had a hack, okay? And there was a hack there with the consumer social security numbers. So I'm just saying, companies are always getting hit with something. And again, you want to make sure you have plenty of cushion there to apply for your cybersecurity budget for the next year, okay? Next, we're going to talk about why you should future-proof your IT and cybersecurity budget. One, you're talking about evolving with threats. The threats are ongoing, people. The threats are always evolving and getting better and getting smarter. The hackers are working 24/7, 365 days a year. And it's imperative that you stay on top of your game. There's no reason why you should not be making sure that you have a budget amount set for IT services, hardware, software upgrades, you name it. And if you have a company, if you have a person that is on staff and they're not constantly talking to you about that you need to upgrade this, you need to upgrade that and change this and change that, then it's time to look and revisit that. It is time to explore other options or ask your person, ask he or she, hey, what are we doing when it comes to cybersecurity? Oh, well, we're just utilizing Norton AV. That's not enough. Norton AV is nowhere near close to doing and solving your issues. If somebody comes up, oh, we're using Malwarebytes, or we're using CrowdStrike, we're using SentinelOne. It doesn't matter the names. There are many pieces that you have to implement that consist of the budget. And when you're talking about the budget, it's from A to Z, okay? You're looking at cost efficiency. The cost efficiency from A to Z is making sure you understand what is needed for that, okay? But what I'm saying is if you're not anticipating, if the person you have on staff is not anticipating on other things that need to be done, you're in trouble. If you're not constantly upgrading your processes, you're in trouble. If you're not constantly updating and getting the proper training, you're in trouble. So again, the cost effectiveness, the employee readiness, the preparation, you have to get your staff and your business in line. And you have an obligation to your company to do that. Whether you might be the IT manager, you might be the office manager, you may be the CEO, you may be the COO. It is your obligation to make sure that your clients, your employees, and yourself are protected. And then we're looking at another reason for the budget is scalability. Scalability allows the flexibility for your business to continue to grow. And as you grow, you show that you are able to handle all the ups and downs when it comes to all the cyber threats and things that's going on. Cyber threats is always changing, okay? People, times have changed. Things have changed. It's time for you to make that change. Now, what should we be included in the future-proofing of cybersecurity budget? Well, I'll tell you, threat protection, you're talking about compliance and risk management, employee training. I just talked about employee readiness, employees training. You need to make sure you have cyber liability insurance. Okay. I had a client that told me the other day that, hey, we got an IT company, so why should we get cyber liability insurance? Well, is to make sure that you're covered in the event when that something does happen, because you will get hit with it. So when it happens, you want to make sure that your IT company has done their due diligence and you're doing your due diligence. That's why. It's just part of the risk. Okay. So you get your cyber liability insurance on top of your other liability coverage insurance coverages with your business. Then you're looking at advanced security tools. There's so many tools, you may not know what they are, but leave it to the experts. The experts are here. We are here. I am here for you. Okay. And this is what I can do for you. Making sure that your security tools are in place. You have an incident response plan. You have your training going on. You making sure I can guide you on what types and how and what coverages to get on your cyber liability insurance. We're not brokers. We don't write policies, but I can guide you to partners and collaborators that we partner with to provide that service. And the threat protection. These are very, very serious updates and pieces of why you need to have those things done. Okay. Now, we're talking about budgets, okay? Every industry is different, okay? Every industry is different. So if you're a CPA, you're looking at anywhere between 8 to 20% of what your cyber liability coverage needs to be, okay? 8 to 20%. Now, does that mean you need to be at 8% or 20%? I'm just giving you guidelines because I don't know your situation and I don't know your story. So what I like to do is get to know your story, get to know your situation better, and you can schedule a discovery call with us. On top of that, when we're looking at churches, you need to be scheduling and budgeting at least 15% or more. Lawyers, all your attorneys out there, you guys know it best. You deal with all the paperwork, all of the logistics, all the things that people don't understand. You guys understand that. But you all need to be also investing anywhere between 7 and 20% into your cyber liability coverage. So again, and your budget. So when it comes to the budget, that means everything from A to Z. Cybersecurity training, your hardware, your software, your equipment, everything. There's so many pieces to list. And again, each one of you got to remember, every one of these niches, every one of these job functions here have an FTC guidelines. Everyone has regulatory guidelines that they must comply with. Do you know what your guideline compliance piece is? If not, give us a call. Give us a call and we can help you with that. Now, again, we already know, you've probably seen it on the web, October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, okay? So with that, scan this QR code here to be able to learn more about what cybersecurity awareness is. But one of the things we can do is, if you need someone to speak at an event, you have a last minute function, maybe that's going on Friday, I can take a look at my schedule and we can see how that goes. If you have a speaking arrangement coming up in the next couple of weeks, scan this QR code or give us a call, 336-558-4660. One of my account representatives, either Maria or Pauline, they will give you and take your information down, pass that along to myself, and they're going to schedule a call where I can come and speak about cybersecurity and the importance of why you need cybersecurity in your business. Okay. And then again, some of the things you're going to be looking forward to is cybersecurity awareness training. You know, simple interactive modules that have training pieces that people can understand and do. Okay. So, and then we're going to be able to answer all of the tough questions that you may have. So any questions that you may have, feel free, even right now, put them in the chat, okay? If you have questions right now, put them in the chat, okay? A member of my team, we will look at those questions and we will answer and get back to you as soon as possible. And again, take that QR code and scan that. Get connected. Let's get connected and let's be a resource to you, not a problem. We want to be able to be proactive instead of reactive. And that's the name of the game. Well, again, I want to thank you all for joining us here today. Again, here's our information here. Here's our Facebook and Instagram pages and LinkedIn. Please reach out to us and schedule a call. We are here for you to help you with all of your processes. And here's our phone number, our website. Come on there and let's see what we can do to try to help you there. But again, thank you again for joining us today. Join us next week. Next week, our series, okay, we have another series, our part 3 series. It's going to be talking about, from going from a budget to protection. We've been talking about budgeting now last week, this week. Now, next week, we're going to talk about how to go in from making that budget to now let's get into the protection piece. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be very, very important again. And again, I thank you all for just taking a quick little 15 minutes out of your day to join us. Again, give us a call. We're looking forward to reaching out and seeing you very soon. We'll see you next week. All right, for now, bye-bye.